For those of us who have joined Lord Chaitanya's enlighten, purge and clean up crew, it is important for us to see the picture from a higher dimension. Or let's say, a more realistic perspective. Of course we need to stay abreast of what's going on in the world around us, much like if we visited a strange city, we would need to know where the bad neighborhoods are, and which dark alleys to avoid. But primarily, these are details. The overarching picture is the perspective that is more important for us as devotees of Lord Krishna. Srila Prabhupada came to the Western world to teach and to create a task force, and also to warn and advise us of the upcoming divine dissolution. He specifically told us everything will be finished in 50 years. That was in 1973. In 2023, the 50 years is up. So now we look around in amazement, and often disbelief, at how quickly the dismantling of this Western culture is taking place. He said things like, your oil civilization will be finished. How? Details. So many events are taking place that point to this. More details. Srila Prabhupada said, there will be no food in your cities. He said this in 1968, at a time when the United States was a rich nation, and abundance was everywhere. He was making such prophetic statements. Now we can clearly see this coming. More details. No diesel means no trucks to transport food from farms to cities. And farms are being systematically destroyed. Whether we consider this is by demoniac engineering, weather changes, or whatever, food shortages are becoming a reality. So these are the details of the dissolution. The problem is that those who focus on the details of this divine dissolution, whether it is a pandemic, a pathogen, a food shortage, or whatever, often become panicky and fearful. The mainstream media is indeed designed to create fear of some pathogen or crisis or another. But as devotees, we need to focus more on the spiritual dimension of all this. Srila Prabhupada trained us well. He told us to chant the holy names and it will purify the whole world. He sent out World Sankirtan parties all over the planet, and his disciples have continued to do this over the past 50+ years. He told us that the holy names will continue to travel through the ethers eternally, whereas mundane sound travels only a short time. Essentially, he gave us the antidote for this age of Kali. So we first need to understand that this divine dissolution is destined. It is the end of a cycle, halfway through the day of Brahma. This 10,000-year pause, like a sliver of Kali Yuga, has been set aside for a mini Sachi Yuga, predicted by the Lord himself, and called the Golden Age. We all know this from our Shastras, there is so much information. Since we cannot change this divine dissolution event, we need to change our emotions, that is, our emotional response to it. Rather than becoming fearful, paralyzed with terror, confused and disoriented, or worse, in disbelief or denial, we need to remember what Srila Prabhupada taught us. We have to apply our knowledge to the situation before us. Srila Prabhupada taught us to turn to God, to take all our fears and anxieties, and let them be consumed in the sacrificial fire of Sankirtan, the yajna for this age of Kali. The congregational chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now we need to do this more than ever before. The past 50 years was all practice to get us ready for this important time in history. Of course, we also need to look at what practical measures Srila Prabhupada gave us. There are many writings and recordings wherein Srila Prabhupada gave us practical remedial measures. Get self-sufficient was one of his most repeated mantras, meaning get your food, water, clothing, and material necessities organized and leave cities for farm life. Simple living and high thinking is another favorite. This set of instructions can be loosely defined as Varnashram Dharma. This was his focus in the latter part of his life, as he tried to prepare us for the coming dissolution that he so clearly foresaw. So food storage and country living arrangements are paramount. From 1975, Srila Prabhupada instructed householders to move to farms and only Brahmacharya preachers remain in the cities. But this was largely neglected. Srila Prabhupada gave us a body of teachings that bring awakening and enlightenment, and are focused on bringing our souls into alignment with Krishna's divine plans. The need of the hour is inspiration. Inspiration from Srila Prabhupada's teachings, which give everyone a formula to survive the coming 7 to 10 years of crises. We have the formula, but we must become serious about this now because time is very short. War will increase by July or August, and this recent eclipse has enabled the demons to create laws that will allow them to control the whole world via the WHO. We cannot remain immobilized by fear, denial, or worse, become complicit with the demoniac agenda. Devotees should not become complicit with the population agenda, or the horrific so-called medicines, for this will only serve to delay the coming golden era. If Srila Prabhupada's temples go down in the demon assaults, as many are, it will only cause greater suffering to the godly people, and the Rakshasas, who are running the world will increase their evil power. Finding ways to close down temples, churches, and mosques is their priority. We cannot succumb to their demoniac agenda. It will bring much more suffering for devotees. But it will not stop the dissolution. It will just make it more painful and many more devotees will suffer, and many will even leave the planet. This will be a tragic victory for the demons and a tragic event for Srila Prabhupada's movement. The remedy, we need to keep the curtains going, both inside and outside our temples. Street protests, concerts, conventions, gatherings of any sort should have curtain parties at these events. Even if they are small, they will still be effective. Look at the tremendous success of the tiny curtain parties in both Canada and New Zealand. Doing so will lessen the sinful burden of the earth at this time, reduce the stronghold of the demons, and more quickly lead us into the golden age. Yada yada hi Dharmasya Glania Bhavati Bharata. We all know this Gita verse. The Lord says he appears in every age, he comes when there is a decline in religion and an increase of irreligion, to protect the devotees and to annihilate the wicked. So in every age there is a Yuga avatar. But in this age of Kali, the Lord comes in a hidden form as a devotee. But there is much more to it than this. Namo Mahavardhanaya Krishna Prema Pradaya T Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Nam Nigoratvise Nama. Why is Lord Chaitanya called the most munificent avatar? Because no other avatar has given bhakti so freely. Love of God. Without considering the qualifications or faults of the souls who call out to him. The power of the holy name is both magnanimous and merciful, even when chanted jokingly, what to speak of sincerely. It will purify everyone in all the 3 worlds. An offender, however, does not experience a spiritual transformation. But this is not true of the names of Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda. Such considerations of offences do not exist in regard to chanting the names of Sri Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda. These divine names bestow upon the chanter pure blessings of love of God. There is no end to the merciful compassion of Lord Chaitanya. Unlike other avatars, Lord Chaitanya never carried weapons, he never killed anyone, as did some of the other avatars. Instead, he purified the consciousness of all souls by giving them the blessings of the holy names. Lord Chaitanya did not annihilate the demons, but he destroyed their demoniac qualities. Another amazing feature of Lord Chaitanya is his intense eagerness to deliver all the lost souls of Kali Yuga. No other avatar, not even Lord Krishna himself, when he spoke the Gita 5,000 years before, exhibited such generous compassion to all the fallen souls. Instead, he arranged for the annihilation of the demoniac population at the Battle of Kurukshetra. So we are fortunate to be living at a very special time, with a very special service to offer to the world. Now, at this juncture, the most important thing we can do is to keep the curtains going, on street corners, at protests, concerts, in temples, outside temples, in our homes and anywhere we can. We need to find as many ways to reach the people as possible. Places and civilizations that are atheistic will gradually vanish from the earth. As one Brijbasa saint predicted in the 1980s, by 2025, 75% of the world population will be gone. Another prophetess, Baba Vanga, a Bulgarian Christian mystic, who was quite famous many years ago for predicting WW2 and many other things, warned her Bulgarian people living in the UK or the US to return to Bulgaria by 2023, or they may never be able to return. So there are many such mystics and prophets that have foretold this dissolution. Even the Christian Bible has a chapter called Revelations, in which it is described. But we have our own prophet, Srila Prabhupada, and he is Trikalajnana. He knows the past, the present and the future. He can foresee the future, but more importantly, he can also guide us through the dark passageway to the golden age. There are about 10 years of crises and hardships ahead, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. A golden age similar to Satya Yuga, where people are joyful, worshipping God in their own ways, living close to the land, and a place where there are no slaughterhouses, abortion clinics, food shortages, evil politicians and mandates, etc. We need to focus on this future golden age rather than succumb to the fear-mongering of the media. Srila Prabhupada spoke in Geneva, Switzerland in 1974 at the WHO. He spoke about Varnashram Dharma at the World Health Organization headquarters. How prophetic. At the end of his talk, he said, they will all be finished. None of these leaders will stay, they will all be gone. Let us now take more seriously Srila Prabhupada's warnings and advice to become more self-sufficient, as far as possible, and begin moving to a more simple life outside the increasingly dangerous cities. Let us become encouraged to get past the fear porn spraying from the media, the political claptrap, and demoniac agency, and focus on Srila Prabhupada's teachings and spreading the holy names wherever and however we can. Even if we are old and sickly, as are many of Srila Prabhupada's early disciples, we can use our tech devices to sound out the holy vibrations that will encircle the globe like a real spiritual prophylactic, the spiritual real medicine for Kali Yuga. Recorded Prabhupada quotes and predictions. November 29, 1975 morning walk in Delhi Tejas. The milkman tries to bring the cow to the akrama. They arrest the milkman. They take his cow away from him. They don't even allow that they can bring the cow to the people anymore. They seized. He lost one cow. He has to sneak the cow down the back alley so that they can bring some cow fodder in. Prabhupada, civilization will collapse very soon, all over the world. It will collapse. Either you may bring this ISM or that ISM, this civilization will collapse. People will become mad, being harassed in so many ways. When one is harassed in so many problems, he commits suicide. So that position is coming. Hasaduta, or he starts a war. Prabhupada, yes. When the government cannot adjust, they start a war. Underscore 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 morning walk May 27, 1974 Rome, Italy Dhananjaya. And after the war, what will be the result? Prabhupada, after the war they will come to sense. Underscore 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 Bhubaneswar January 21st 1977 Prabhupta. And besides that, if we concentrate in farm project there will be no need of exchange, because I'll be satisfied with my products, that's all. There is no need of exchange. Whatever I need, I get in my farm. Mevera, weaving, cloth. Prabhupta, everything you get. So I haven't got to go outside for exchange. If you are satisfied in your farm, I am satisfied, then where is question of exchange? There is no need of artificial. So this banking, everything will collapse automatically. There is no money, who is going to keep money in the bank? Harry Sari, who needs it? Prabhupta, laughs, so this artificial way of banking, that will be also collapsed. Harry Sari, this is revolutionary. Mevera, it's very hard for the mind to. Prabhupta, no, simply do this. Mevera, such a dramatic transformation of society. Prabhupta, yes. Whatever it may be. We should be satisfied locally by our food, by our cloth, by our milk. That's all. Let the whole world go to hell. We don't care. If you want to save yourself also, you do this. Here is an example. Just see. If you want artificial life, city life, and hellish life, you do. But we shall live like this. This is the ideal life. Underscore 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 underscore. So these rascals are going on. So it is very difficult to preach Krishna consciousness. The whole world is overburdened by these rascals and demons. So, atom bomb. This atom bomb is waiting for them. Yes, it will be finished. All the demons will be finished. Lecture, SB1:8:34, the 26th of April 1973, Los Angeles. Underscore 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 November 29th, 1975 morning walk in Delhi Tejias. The milkman tries to bring the cow to the akrama. They arrest the milkman. They take his cow away from him. They don't even allow that they can bring the cow to the people anymore. They seized. He lost one cow. He has to sneak the cow down the back alley so that they can bring some cow fodder in. Prabhupada, civilization will collapse very soon, all over the world. It will collapse. Either you may bring this ISM or that ISM, this civilization will collapse. People will become mad, being harassed in so many ways. When one is harassed in so many problems, he commits suicide. So that position is coming. Hasaduta, or he starts a war. Prabhupada, yes. When the government cannot adjust, they start a war. Underscore 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 underscore. Morning walk May 27, 1974 Rome, Italy Dhananjaya. And after the war, what will be the result? Prabhupada, after the war they will come to sense. Underscore 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 Bhubaneswar, January 21st, 1977, Prabhupta. And besides that, if we concentrate in farm project there will be no need of exchange, because I'll be satisfied with my products, that's all. There is no need of exchange. Whatever I need, I get in my farm. Mevera, weaving, cloth. Prabhupta, everything you get. So I haven't got to go outside for exchange. If you are satisfied in your farm, I am satisfied, then where is question of exchange? There is no need of artificial. So this banking, fanking, everything will collapse automatically. There is no money, who is going to keep money in the bank? Harry Sauri, who needs it? Prabhupta, laughs, so this artificial way of banking, that will be also collapsed. Harry Sauri, this is revolutionary. Mevera, it's very hard for the mind to. Prabhupta, no, simply do this. Mevera, such a dramatic transformation of society. Prabhupta, yes. Whatever it may be. We should be satisfied locally by our food, by our cloth, by our milk. That's all. Let the whole world go to hell. We don't care. If you want to save yourself also, you do this. Here is an example. Just see. If you want artificial life, city life, and hellish life, you do. But we shall live like this. This is the ideal life. Underscore 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 underscore. So these rascals are going on. So it is very difficult to preach Krishna consciousness. The whole world is overburdened by these rascals and demons. So, atom bomb. This atom bomb is waiting for them. Yes, it will be finished. All the demons will be finished. Lecture, SB1:8:34, the 26th of April 1973, Los Angeles. Underscore 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 that is awaiting. The whole world is awaiting that disaster. The American has got the atom bomb, and the Russians has got the atom bomb. As soon as there is another war, the whole world will be finished. Lecture, BG 13-14, October 7, 1973, Bombay, finished BY 2023. Prabhupada, so how long you can cheat people? 400, 200, 1,000 years, but you cannot cheat for all the time. Umapati, it has been going on from time immemorial. Prabhupada, Umapati, cheating, it has been going on from time immemorial. I guess they figure they can just keep going on for time immemorial. Prabhupada, no time immemorial. You are being cheated for 200, 300 years, that's all. Not before that. All these scientists rascals have come out within 200 years. That's all. Umapati, oh, really? Prabhupada, so you are being cheated for the last 200 years, not for thousands of years. So, it will be finished. Within another 50 years, everything will be finished. Morning walk at Cheviot Hills Golf Course, May 15, 1973. BTG article by Srila Prabhupada. April 20, 1956. By the grace of the illusory energy of Godhead, we are now engaged more and more in the dangerous type of work in this machine age. The machine age is the result of dangerous type of work. When we leave aside the culture of spiritualism, we are entangled in the dangerous type of work. Nobody can live for a moment without work, and therefore, when finer elements are made to stop working, gross materialism occupies the devil's brain. The result is that we have now come to the age of nuclear weapons for the destruction of material civilization. By the law of nature, the nuclear weapons have been produced for crushing the result of blind materialism. The peace move of different powers of the world, by the false gesture of suspending the experiments of dangerous weapons, may be very much pleasing to the comparatively weak nations, but these temporary peace moves will prove useless by the law of material nature. When the dangerous weapons are produced, they must be utilized for annihilation of blind materialism by the plan of the Diva Maya or the external energy of Godhead. The problem can be solved when they are taught about their spiritual identity. The soul-killing civilization is progressively taking to the dangerous type of work by invention of huge mechanical means. The illusory energy is creating this atmosphere for blind materialism, and on the other hand, she is arranging for their destruction also. Such opposite methods are called illusory energy. The human energy is thus misused for breaking the same thing which is produced by the same energy. It is something like blazing the fire and extinguish it by pouring water simultaneously, a sign of insanity, or spoiling the valuable human energy meant for spiritual culture. History has been repeated so many times, and many leaders of materialism like Napoleon, Hitler, and others now remain in name only without any sign of the material progress planned by them. De-Stalinization has already begun in Russia. Nobody is enjoying the result of civilization created by atheists like Ravana, Cancer, Aurangzeb, Napoleon, or Hitler. Everything is in oblivion, and this teaches us the lesson that the materialistic plans of the present age will also meet with the same fate after a lapse of 50 years. Therefore, blind materialism does not bring in any permanent relief in the world. The mode of spiritual plan is explained very clearly in the 2nd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. This plan is called Buddha Yoga, which has neither any destruction nor any lapse. Even a slight progress in the line of Buddha Yoga can save the performer from many dangerous types of work. In order to save the people from blind materialism, they have to be trained up in the art of Buddha Yoga, or the transcendental loving service of the personality of Godhead. Buddha Yoga is another name of Bhakti Yoga, or devotional activities. Srila Prabhupada BTG article April 20, 1956 Blind Materialism, BTG article by Srila Prabhupada. April 20, 1956. Bhuvaneswara, January 21, 1977, Prabhupta, and besides that, if we concentrate in farm project there will be no need of exchange, because I'll be satisfied with my products. By the grace of the illusory energy of Godhead, we are now engaged more and more in the danger, the age of nuclear weapons for the destruction of material civilization. By the grace of the illusory energy, such opposite methods are called